everyone. I'm Rose O'Neill with the Tewksbury Garden Club and currently one of the co-presidents. This is Janet Alroot. She formerly belonged to the Tewksbury Garden Club before she moved to Florida. Unfortunately, she left us, but she now has opportunities to grow things that she never would have had back at Tewksbury. So today we're going to talk about a butterfly garden that she started 10 months ago, and it is glorious.
I love it here, and I miss you guys. Tewksbury, all you ladies. It was wonderful being in that club, but now I'm here sharing some of my knowledge of gardening, which is a totally different ball game when you're in Florida. You got to buy the plants that want to grow here, believe me. And I have everyone that likes to grow in Florida in my garden. So anyone thinking of moving here to Florida or just being a snowbird, come on down.
So we're going to talk first about some of the host plants and the butterflies that Janet has been able to attract to her garden. So we will start with...
I will start right over here with the cassia bushes. This is the cassia bush. It is a native of Florida, and it has one of Rose's favorite butterflies, the cloudless sulfur. They're a beautiful, beautiful butterfly. It grows about the height you're seeing right here. I do have it anchored up a little bit, but it is winter here, January, and this is one of my plants that is flowering. I haven't seen too many sulfurs around lately, but whoa! Speak of it, unbelievable. If it doesn't fly in,
Yep.
wow! Right when I said
Right on
it,
the top.
I can't. This is like a miracle. Can you see that? That's nuts. Yeah, and so this is the host plant. So what it'll do, it will lay eggs on this plant, and once they hatch, the caterpillar at first will eat the shell that it hatched out of. That's its first nutrients, very, very high nutrients. And then the caterpillar will live on here because it is the host plant. It'll eat this and go into its chrysalis, and then you'll see this beautiful butterfly. Quick process. Wow! I can't even believe that.
Wow. Okay.
So this is another one of my host plants in my garden here. This is a great native plant. This grows great in Florida. It's a little off season right now, and this attracts the Cassius blue butterflies here. It's a beautiful bush.
And
In
its
full
name
bloom.
is...
It's plumbago. Plumbago bush. And here's the flowers here. Yeah, very beautiful. And you see it all in white. It's a gorgeous plant. So you got to remember, it's January here, and I'll just say it one more time. This is the slowest month of the year, really, here in Florida. It's one of the coldest months. It is the coldest month. So my flowers are a little resting, but I do still have beautiful ones. This is January, and isn't it nice here, Rose?
It is nice here.
It is. It is. So here's another plumbago I have over here. This is a blue plumbago, and this has beautiful purple blue flowers, and I'm hoping to see a Cassius blue. We're lucky. And this plant actually is really large. It's going from all the way from here to all the way over there. And this one is in a little bit of flower. Beautiful. Yep, looking good.
And we did see the butterfly that is attracted to this plant the other day.
Yes, we did. It's a very small, beautiful plant. It has a little dot on it. We'll have to show you a picture of it later. You know? So that's wonderful.
Okay.
So here's another one of my host plants. I had it in a pot here for it's growing up the coconut palm, as you can see. And they call it a corky spine vine. And why do you think they call it a corky spine vine?
Why do they?
Because, good question, it has like a corky cork. See, it's like cork. And if you feel it feels just like cork.
Feels like cork.
It does, actually.
And it does feel like cork. It It's more rope-like
Yes.
than looking like a vine, but it is a vine. So the passion flower grows.
There is a very small passion flower. Ooh, I can't believe you brought that up.
That's right.
And where might we find one if we're lucky?
Well, we'll see.
Let's look. You have to really examine it closely. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
So the passion flower that
can't
grows
find
on
it
the
right now.
porcupine
Yes, so this is a host plant.
is very minute.
Yes,
It's
so small.
diminutive compared to
Compared to my normal
she has
yeah.
other passion flowers
do.
that grow out front that are enormous.
Exactly. Yeah, and I actually have small ones, but they're closing up if you look. Here's a tiny little one that's like closing up. But let me see, maybe we get lucky and I can show you a full-blown one. Yep, here's one right here. Let me show you this. There it is, right there. Passion flower. Is that the smallest thing you ever saw? It's so cute. It's so minute. It's beautiful. So this attracts the zebra longwing here, which is our state butterfly. This attracts the zebra longwing, state butterfly, and they have a beautiful butterfly. I actually have a video of them flying.
Yeah.
They just hover around, and you know about the
Yeah.
list too. They're near where you live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. They're inside the reserve.
Yeah, yeah, they're wonderful. And this also attracts the Gulf Fatiria butterfly, which is a beautiful orange butterfly. All these butterflies are native. Plants are native.
Yes.
Yeah, almost every one, except for the next native plant I'm going to show you, which is not a plant, it's a tree. All right, so let's go over here in one of our paths. There you go. Here we go.
Here we go. Going to the Maya lemon.
Yep, the Maya lemon. Let's see if this
Wow.
is decent. So this is Janet's Maya lemon. And
We've got lemons. We do have lemons.
Yeah, but turn it around. Bad. We have a little Maya lemon here, small.
Yeah.
This is the end season of them for me right now. And it's starting to flower right now. Here's a...
So we've got some flowers
Yeah.
and some beginnings of flowers that are ready to pop open.
Yep.
And then we'll have more lemons.
Yeah, and so this is the host plant to the giant swallowtail, which is a beautiful butterfly. In Florida, which is a native. And an interesting fact would be, and I'm not going to even tell you what they look like, but I want everyone to look up what the caterpillar of the giant swallowtail looks like. That'll be a little fun thing for you guys to go over. See, wait till you see the picture of it. I'm not going to say any more about it, but that's just a funny thing. You'll see it. It's unreal. Yep. So that's the host plant to the giant swallowtail. And if you have one of these trees and you're thinking of moving down here, get one. If you want to get one, because you will definitely get the giant swallowtail.
But tell them about
What?
the Meyer lemon trees, that they're not actually.
They're not native here. They're literally from China, you know? And you can grow these in a pot, too. I've had this tree here for 10 years. And I usually trim it all down every spring. But this year I won't because it's already gone. So, that's that. So this is a host plant, too, for another butterfly. The Polydamas swallowtail. And this is quite active growing, as you can see. I have it growing up a lattice. It's huge. This thing will just like take over everything. And this is the vine that grows those huge, like a pipe. They're about like this big, the flower, and about this big. And I have pictures of it too. And so this is the host plant to that butterfly. It's black with yellow on it and white. and it'll lay its eggs here, and this they'll start eating it. As a matter of fact, you can see some of the leaves that have been eaten right here. You know what? Let me look around. I might, if we're lucky, may find some eggs. And usually the eggs are on the ends of the new growth. Usually. And let's take a look. I have one going in the door.
Yeah. Wow.
No, look at it. I don't see any. They're usually right at the end. Ah, bummer. They'll lay about, you'll see, with this particular butterfly, it lays in groups. They'll lay about like 10, 12 eggs all together on the end of, like I was saying, the new growth. So they like to do it on the new growth. But right now, there is no eggs. It's a little off season, I guess. Yep. Nope.
Nope, nope.
See one? Nope. Nope. Okay. So, that's about it on that one. Yep, that's about it on that one. So now the next,
Janet has a lot of host plants, potential host plants for her monarchs,
yes,
because she has multiple different sizes, types, and whatever
yes,
of milkweed.
yes. Yep.
This is one that's very, very tall, and
Yes.
there is a caterpillar right now feasting on this particular milkweed.
And it's really tall, this milkweed. Yes, and it's right, let me get it in focus here. Here,
And he is quite huge.
yes.
So he's going to be gorgeous when he comes out.
Yeah,
And
He's
but
about-
these are at least 6 feet tall.
oh yes.
This particular milkweed. Now she has another milkweed over here.
Oh, I was going to talk about this one a little more.
Oh, what else you want to have?
I wanted to say it's almost ready to do it Christmas by the look of that. Oh, so I have another, oh, you can, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't want to come
No,
out.
it's
No.
it is.
Yeah, we're done with that.
Yeah, so I have another milkweed over here. Beautiful milkweed.
Okay, and this
It-
one has lovely orange flowers,
Yeah.
and it's,
Yeah.
even though obviously it's going to get larger, it is not going to be competitive.
No, it's a
with
small
this
one.
other one.
So with my experience with this, when the monarch caterpillar goes on, like I do it inside in a cage, and I've noticed that when I used to bring in just the plants, you know, I do that, and eventually they eat them down to like nothing, so I only have stems left.
Yeah.
And so then I'll come out and get a giant milkweed leaf, and I'll put it inside. Those caterpillars grow, like in a couple of days, they turn into these, like the name says, giant caterpillars. It's unreal. This one we were just looking at is almost ready to go into chrysalis. I can tell just by
Yes.
looking at it.
Yeah.
That,
so we got-
so I'm very excited, January, and I have butterflies, and it's warm here, right?
It is warm.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. It is. Yep. So that I think wraps it up almost. I do have other passion vines, though. I could show you another passion vine.
Good.
Yeah. Would you like to see that?
A larger.
Yeah, it's
Larger.
it's out in the front yard
Go ahead.
actually.
Is there
So this is another one of my passion vines. This is a different type, and this has a beautiful flower on it, a pink and like blue and purple flower. I tend to when people come to visit me, I always like to send them off with a beautiful passion flower. But right now they're not flowering. And this is the host plant to the Gulf Frateria. They love this vine. And if we're lucky today, we're going to be able to see hopefully an egg or a caterpillar or something. So. How's it looking over there, Rose?
I think you should come over.
Oh, okay, let's go check over here first and see if there's any eggs or anything on the ends. So with this caterpillar too, they do like to lay their eggs at the new fresh leaves. And I don't see any on that right now. Nope, no eggs there. Let me look over here, you never know. Nope, I don't see any. Okay, no caterpillars either. I do see some leaves here that are chewed up.
But I believe I have a caterpillar here.
No way. You're
Come
kidding.
on. Come on down.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Look at him.
It's the egg was laid on the end there.
So this is fresh growth
Yes.
and a beautiful little caterpillar.
Yes, and that's a Gulf Fatiria. I'm almost positive on that. Everything's learning experience for me, though, so I'm pretty 99% sure that's a Gulf Fatiria. And they're a beautiful butterfly.
So we'll show you pictures of the butterflies that these become.
Yes.
But this is awesome for January in Florida to even see one of these little guys right now.
So with that, yes. Right.
So, and we'll also show you pictures of the passion flower that comes from this beautiful vine because they're spectacular.
I've given one to Rose before over
Several.
the last couple
Several,
years,
yes.
few years.
Yeah.
And they're just so beautiful. They only last for one day, though. They only last for one day on the vine. They come out in the morning, usually around 10:30, believe it or not. It's a certain time. And then they're wide open, and then as the sun goes down, they close up again.
Yeah.
So and when you take it off the vine and give it as a gift to I
Yeah.
do, special, to Rose. I
Same
think.
thing happens.
Same thing happens.
Same thing
only lasts a
happens.
day, that's what I
Yep.
tell them.
Yep.
You know, only
And
lasts
then
a
they
day.
close up.
Yeah.
So you put them in a little dish of water and you've got them and they're beautiful and they're open. And then when you get up the next morning, they've curled up and they just look like a little pod.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's passion flower vine and the latest caterpillar.
Yes.
So this is yet another milkweed that's kind of randomly growing
Oh, yes.
over by the passion flower.
Exactly. It is randomly
It
growing.
is randomly growing.
No, because what happens with these is they develop the pods here full of seeds, and they just blow around in the wind. Everybody knows about
Yep.
that. As a kid, remember you used to always like blow it and they'd fly around? Remember that?
So
But I have them all around my yard.
similar to what a dandelion would do back home,
Exactly.
except
Yep.
these happen to just look prettier. But you know, back again to talking about native plantings.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so is
Yep.
it a weed? Is it a native planting? Is
That's
it
it.
both? It all depends on your perspective.
Yeah, and the other thing about I want to add this to what
Yes.
you just said. One of the questions was, is this a plant so the monarch lays the egg on this plant. And let me just check real quick to see if there's an egg. And I'm kind of surprised there isn't right now. Yes, there is an egg. Right here is an egg. Right on the edge here. If you want to zoom in on that. Very small, but it's there. Let me get it for you. Here you go. Right here. See the little egg?
So that little white dot.
Ditch that one. Oh, here it is. So here's the egg of the monarch caterpillar right here. See how little that is? And what's going to happen with that is that's going to hatch, turn into a caterpillar, and this caterpillar will probably eat this entire plant. And then it'll go into chrysalis, and then it's going to hatch. And one of the questions was, does the butterfly, the host plant, is it the food for the butterfly? In the monarch, it is the food, because they do come back and get the nectar from that particular
From the
flower,
flowers.
from the host plant,
Yeah.
which that's not always the case.
Yeah.
But
So we're going to show you nectar
that was just a good
plants
factor.
later.
Yes.
As we go back through. But this is kind of like a unique situation, just like monarchs are rather unique, given that they're native for here, but they're also up by us,
That's right.
and we enjoy many different types of various, I can't think of the word,
Various milkweed?
milkweed, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, various milkweed to act as host plants up even back at home. We have
Right.
several different types. So we're going to go and show you nectar plants.
Rose
next.
knows her stuff.
Nectar plants next.
I have a, okay. So,
Here we go.
I'm sorry.
Here we go.
So this is another one of my flowers. This is what they call a shrimp plant, and it looks like a shrimp, believe it or not. Rose is like holding it up, showing you. And it actually, it's a beautiful color. And why it's called a shrimp plant, because it does look like a shrimp, the way it curls over. And it has a mouth going on there.
Yep, yep. They all have little mouths.
Hello, how are you today? You know, so.
So, but they
Yeah.
are really cute, and if you
Yeah.
pick them up, then you can see their little mouths.
I know.
Because when they're hanging down, you don't really notice the mouth on
They
it.
look beautiful against your pants, Rose, too. I
Thanks.
noticed.
Well,
The
thank you.
white, look.
Look at that.
They look good. This one, yeah, these are kind of, well, you could get this.
These are more, what, this is Penta?
Yeah, these are a Penta. Okay, you want,
Okay, so we're going to talk about
Red-
Penta.
yeah, Penta is another one of, ready? Penta is another one of my plants for nectar. And this is my pink one. They're quite beautiful. I love them. And these grow really, really well in Florida. And I've picked up a lot of these because my husband is a horticulturist at his golf course. And he brings me home small little specimens. So I put them all in my yard. Had to put a plug in for you, honey.
So this is another nectar plant. It's called...
Fire, oh, God.
Okay,
That
so
was like a-
it is
I
called
didn't know you
a
were gonna-
firecracker plant,
Yes,
and it's pretty spectacular.
it is. Look at the little, yes. They are
Yeah.
long tunnels.
And just a beautiful, beautiful, airy plant.
It's really a hummingbird lover. Actually, this year, we don't get a lot of hummingbirds here, but I did see a ruby-throated a couple days in a row over a weekend, over hovering right in this area. Because it does have the long flower that
Yeah.
they like.
And as you can see, more
Milkweed.
milkweed, just kind of everywhere.
And I didn't plant it like I was
Yep.
telling you. Yep.
Yep, that just blew in.
Yep. So we can go right through the path here.
We're going.
Yep.
We're going.
Another thing I have up here, the butterflies don't go to it, but the bees do. This is a banana plant growing, and I actually have a bunch of bananas, and you'll notice a lot of honeybees around it.
So she's growing her own produce, is what she's trying to tell you.
Oh yeah, I am.
On this little piece of property, there is bananas, coconuts, Meyer lemons,
Oh, there's everything.
and
Oregano. Oregano is down here.
what's the other thing that's growing? Bananas, coconuts, Meyer lemons,
Oh, there's cocoa plums
cocoa plums.
grow on these bushes.
Yep.
Oh, the more things will come to me, sure. But this
So
is my
it's
nursery.
pretty phenomenal.
It is.
It is pretty phenomenal.
It is, I agree. I love
know,
it.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
This is my milkweed nursery here. If you just want to zoom in, you'll see. So here's a milkweed that I recently just gave to some caterpillars right here.
I'm
See,
gonna
it's
move
down
this
to the
chair.
beer.
Let me get this.
And
So you can.
it's all the pots you'll see growing new ones. Let's put them around. Yep.
This shrimp plant is very different from
Yes.
the other one. It's
Yes.
a much darker color.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It looks like it develops multiple mouths on the same stem.
Yes.
So there's like 2 or 3. This one has 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many it's going to develop. It's really kind of insane, but great color, even more glorious color than I think the one around the corner.
I was just watching a honeybee going
inside.
inside one. I'm hoping that maybe we can catch that.
And he's being very friendly.
There we go.
Here he is.
Ed, our photographer, is right here, and it's maybe going to go in
Yep.
if we're lucky.
He's working his
You
way
can watch
around.
that. Yeah. Well,
There
that's
was-
interesting.
So we can see him from there. He is.
There it is.
Pretty awesome. Making friends. It's beautiful. And the sun is out.
Oh, there it is, right there, going inside.
Oh yeah, he's right. Oh, well, he was. He's going in this one now. Oh, and now he's shopping. He's shopping. He's going everywhere. Oh, all right.
You know
fine.
what? It's tasting good here, but I
He
bet it'll
is.
taste
Well,
better somewhere else. So these are a couple what they call queridendron bushes. clerodendron bushes. And this one right here is called the Starburst. It's got a beautiful, beautiful flower on it. They haven't opened up, but just picture that all opened up to about 1.5 inch flower width. All opened up beautiful pink with some white through it. Gorgeous. And interestingly about this plant, if you flip the leaf over, it's purple. All purple. Like I can just flip the whole thing over. It's all purple. I love this plant for that reason. It's quite unique.
Well, it's extremely sturdy looking. It has almost leathery kinds of leaves.
Yes.
And the plant right next to it is yet a cousin
It's a
of that.
clerodendron.
And look at the difference in the flower and the leaves.
Yes.
The leaf shape is similar,
Yes, it is.
but it is
Well, it's
not,
different color.
you know, it does not have the same characteristics. It's not leather-like. The stem is darker than the leaves themselves and almost kind of a brownish purple. But the flowers are absolutely beautiful. And this one here is the shooting star.
Yes, shooting star.
Shooting star.
So, because they're coming out, if you look at it, it's shooting out of the plant. It looks like a shooting star.
Because
Yep.
the nectar is like right
Right in the
inside.
center. Yep.
But when you this is the flower before it opens, and again, so much smaller.
Yes.
It's a beautiful plant, but looks nothing like its cousin. You would never know that they were related.
Did you get the little bird bath? So this is another nectar plant, and this is a clerodendron too. So we've just looked at two others,
Yep.
and this is another one. This is a clerodendron. It's called the butterfly. The butterfly bush. That's what it's called. And if you look at the flower, yeah, this one's probably a little better.
Yeah, these flowers look similar to
A butterfly.
the shooting star. However,
They look just like a butterfly.
the leaves on this, I mean, really, it doesn't look anything like
No,
what we were just looking at.
the shape's there though. You see the
It
shape?
is. It
But
is.
they're a total different leaf even. Like, yeah, total
But
different
the
texture.
structure,
Yep, everything.
and these are more leather-like,
Yes.
so it's kind of almost like in between
Yep.
the other two.
Yep.
But even the way the leaves grow on this, staggered going up, very different than the other ones. But beautiful plant.
And I do have lantana. There's another nectar plant. It's right here. This is a native of Florida, the white. And this lantanas are a wonderful plant to attract butterflies. Wonderful. We're here at another nectar-rich plant in Florida, sunny Florida. This is called a jatropha plant. Rose and I are showing you. This is one of the #1 nectar plants in the state of Florida for butterflies. They're a beautiful, beautiful flower, and these continually flower year-round. Year-round.
So, these
Crazy.
leaves are very sturdy, not quite as leather-like as the other
They have,
we were looking at.
yeah, and they have a distinct shape to them. They have two different types of.
Leaf.
Here's one shape.
Yep. Almost like paw.
Here's another. Yes, the paws here. Here's one with a couple,
And
then
then just a
just,
oval leaf.
just an oval leaf.
Yeah.
Exactly, right here. Here's an oval leaf.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is
Do
crazy.
you know, I never totally realized. I never realized that all of them. I noticed
Yeah.
it was different, but I didn't realize it was 3 different leaves to that.
Yeah.
That's great. And you also notice I do have dogs, so I pick up after us my puppies in the yard. So it's called the dog tree. No, I'm not kidding.
But
Yeah.
again, beautiful color.
Yes.
These leaves are a little bit more sturdy than some of the other plants that we've looked at.
And you have to also love the growth when it's coming in. They're beautiful red coming into the new growth.
Yeah.
You'll see right here.
Yeah. Pretty.
I know they are pretty.
Okay.
And okay. No, I'm just teasing. Yeah, I'd say what?
It's a what? It is a nectar plant. It is a nectar plant.
This is a beautiful salvia plant. This is a nectar plant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You see it in all the different
So Janet and I would like to thank you for coming today to her absolutely gorgeous garden. And please remember, this is 10 months of growth, which is so phenomenal in Florida.
It was fun.
And, you know?
Yeah, and thank you everyone for taking the time and coming here and into my world of gardening. I love it as much as I like bird feeding back home. I just love my garden. I come out here and just sit and just enjoy it. Sometimes I even want to like turn the bench around and face it towards my garden totally and just soak it all up. We have to stop and smell the roses. That's what I think. All of us need to do that, myself included. But thank you, Rose, for inviting me to do this.
It was your challenge for the year.
Yeah, and thank you, Ed, for taking the time out. I know you're busy to do this too, to photograph it and all that. I feel like a movie star. Okay, it's my first movie, or whatever you want to call it.
Yes. She's now going down into YouTube history. So
Great.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yep. Welcome to South Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to Janet's
West
Garden.
Coast. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.